Hello everybody, welcome on back to Random Rosters inside of NFL 2K3. My name is Sean, and every Tuesday we give you a triple header of NFL action where the rosters have been fantasy drafted. So scroll down, subscribe, ring the bell if you'd like to be notified when I post new videos. These go up every Tuesday right here on youtube.com/Seannosaurus. Thanks so much for joining me. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. It's kind of that, like, I have a good time making it. I hope you have a good time watching it, sort of things. We have 3 games today. It's, man, we're not running into good luck here. We have like a lot of good teams that could be jostling for playoff position, and they just keep playing garbage. Jaguars is a good example down here. Jaguars are taking on the Steelers. I don't want to watch that game. Like, the Jaguars are good. The Steelers are not good. They're out of playoff position. The Bears lead the NFC North, but they're playing a garbage Packers team. The Panthers suck. They're playing the Browns. The Bengals are playing the Ravens, but the Ravens are terrible. It's been tricky to come up with intriguing matchups. But we do have a couple of them today. We have this Cardinals-Chiefs game. This one is going to kind of set the stage for the late game tonight. We have the Cardinals in second place right now at 8-3 in the NFC West. I think it's just alphabetical, so I don't know who is actually in first. And they are taking on Kansas City, who's in first place in the AFC West. They are 5-6, so we're going to have a team with a losing record, perhaps, kind of knock out a team that's actually good. If you took just the best 6 teams, it'd be the Browns, Jaguars, Colts, Titans, Jets, Patriots, and no one from the NFC West would make, or the AFC West, excuse me, would make it. But with the division automatic winner, or automatic playoff berth for the division winner, we're in kind of a weird spot with that. Then we're going to have the Tennessee Titans taking on the New York Giants. I got PlayStation hands. I'm trying to use circle to go back. The Tennessee Titans, they are 7-4. They need a win to kind of keep pace. They dropped a big game earlier this season, like a couple weeks ago. I think they got kind of upset, if I remember correctly. So they're in the 3rd place spot, though they were tied with the Colts. They need a win. They need a win. The Giants lead the NFC East. Pardon me. The Giants lead the NFC East by a couple of games. They can really put their foot on that division, start nailing down the coffin to make it into what I believe would be their first postseason appearance. Finally, we're going to have our nightcap, and this is where the first game is going to kind of set things up for us. The 49ers, depending on the results of the earlier game, either get a win and keep pace with the Cardinals. If the Cardinals lose and the 49ers win, they would elevate themselves to first place by themselves. If the Cardinals lose and the Seahawks win, that would lock up 3 teams at least with an 8-4 record. And depending on what the Rams do, who I forget who they play, we could see a 4-way tie. They play the Eagles. It feels like a winnable game. The Eagles are not good at this game. So we could have 4 8-4 teams in the NFC West, but we'll see what happens today. Let's jump into game number 1. It'll be Cardinals Chiefs, week number 13. I need to flip the camera. Oh my goodness.
It's week 13.
There we go. There we go. All better.
The Cardinals come into this game with
Cardinals, the number 1 team. Yeah, everything's top 7, top 6, except for the rushing offense being 24th. Kansas City running in the middle of the pack, really low on the offensive side, but the defensive side is top 10 in both categories. 13 playoff appearances, 2 Super Bowls. They beat Minnesota. They lost to Green Bay in Super Bowl number 1. 8-3 Arizona taking on 5-6 Kansas City. That is what we have for game number 1 today. Hopefully it's a good one. It's kind of a week where you look at it and you maybe go like, maybe just a doubleheader. But found one more. But it's been so hard to find compelling matchups.
And warming up over here is someone who is just as capable of putting on a clinic. Marvin Harrison comes in as a guy the quarterback looks to when the game is on the line. Dan, his stats back up his.
If you'd like more sports content, March Mascot Madness tipped off on Sunday here on the channel. So we get 3 days of long sports videos here on the channel. And then you have MLB continuing tonight.
The Chiefs elect to receive the kickoff.
So Kansas City will receive the ball first. And we are away for game number 1. Return from about the 4-yard line. He'll get up past the 20 and get tackled at the 23. Pretty nice return there for Kansas City. Got some cold football today.
Let's see if they can take care of business.
I forget. I think Kansas City has a good quarterback.
All on the 23.
Oh, it's Kerry Collins. It's Kerry Collins.
Collins drops back, throws.
That's a nice find. In between a couple of defenders, there were kind of 4 guys in the general area, but the big boss, Randy Moss himself, will come up with that, I would say, a pretty high percentage of the time.
Watch how he aggressively goes after this. Oh, man.
It's a really nice find, a nice spot for the ball there by Kerry Collins.
Well, some receivers would be forced to dive for a ball like that, but he manages to get under the ball. Fantastic play.
Fantastic
Ball at the
play.
41-yard line.
53 receptions on the season, 600 yards, along of 54. First and 10 just past the 40-yard line.
Drops back.
Under center. Throws. He's going to go right back to Randy Moss. We have a penalty flag down, probably pass interference. But Moss is going to take this inside the 10 all the way down to about the 4-yard line. I'm guessing pass interference. Didn't matter. Randy Moss still came down with the ball. Two excellent plays. I mean, if you have Randy Moss on your team, that's who you want to go to. Just feed the boss. The big boss. Sorry. Bruce Springsteen not on the field. Randy Moss on the field. Short throw, and it's going to be caught for the touchdown. Uh-oh. Kind of a dangerous throw there. We've seen a couple of, at least dicey. The very least, they're dicey throws from the quarterback for Kansas City. But he was able to find a good spot on the field where the defense could get to it in a very quick drive. 3 plays, 77 yards, about a minute.
It's up. The extra point. Good. The Chiefs draw first blood and put the first points up on the scoreboard, 7-0.
3 play, 77-yard drive, just over a minute. Look at that. I was on it. Spot on. I was worried that I missed a rushing play in there somewhere.
Good kick.
Moss had 73 of the yards. Then they just went to a different guy. Not a bad run back at all for Arizona, who gets the ball up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. See if the Cardinals can make some defensive adjustments for the next time they're out on the field. But let's also see, more importantly, if Arizona can get down the field, how do they respond here? It's, I believe, Doug Flutie.
Tight end is lined up left side. Flutie drops back.
It is indeed Doug Flutie. He's going to throw, and that's nearly intercepted.
Let's look at the Cardinals.
That is the dangerous proposition when you throw into that much coverage. Tipped but incomplete. Second down as we take a look at the offensive line. Marvin Harrison, Torrey Holtz.
A lot to this pack of receivers. So far this season, he's averaged 84 yards and just under a touchdown a game.
We saw Arizona just a couple weeks ago back in week number 10. They played the Seattle Seahawks. We also saw Kansas City play San Francisco, so I really like putting those 4 teams together, apparently. New England and Chicago, the other game back in week number 10. They're just the most interesting games I could find. You could throw maybe New England and Detroit in there, but Detroit needs a lot of help to get into the playoffs. The NFC West is clogging up a lot of the wild card, or all of the wild card spots. And the Lions would need a win and help to even start to worry about getting into the playoffs.
Peter, let's go over the starting defensive
He
players.
rolled to
for
the right and
team.
misfired.
First
Incomplete
is the
third down and
defensive
10 coming up.
line.
Javon Curse has an intensity level that keeps him going all game long.
Next up are the linebackers.
London Fletcher is the standout player of this bunch.
And lastly, the secondary.
Donnie Abraham flies around the field and gets in receivers' faces.
Let's get back to the game.
After this week, we'll have 4 short weeks before the playoffs hit.
They line up in the shotgun. Flutie on the gun.
Flutie drops back, throws over the middle. It's in and out of the hands. It was caught and then jarred loose on the hit. That is not the drive you're looking for if you're Arizona. Quick 3 and out, and now you're giving the ball right back to a team that just sliced and diced you for a touchdown. A long but efficient touchdown drive. 3 plays, 77 yards.
It's away. Green has it.
That's a really nice run back all the way up to the 49. Interesting to see, I believe, running back Amon Green returning that ball. We'll see if we get the offense and defense for the Kansas City Chiefs and Arizona Cardinals. I think it would have been probably the next thing that they showed, but then the Chiefs scored. One with a handoff to the outside. It's actually really well defended. That was almost a terrible play. It was well read, well defended initially, but then Green was able to break it back inside with great vision. It's a better offensive play, but the defense didn't necessarily do anything that wrong. They saw what the offense wanted to do, tried to execute, and just a nice move by Green to get up the field. 2nd down and 4 inside Arizona territory already. And with a handoff to Green for another 2.
Carried this one just left of center, and he gets a few.
3rd down. 2 yards to go.
It's 3rd and 2.
It's 4 yards, baby. Play it tight. Play it tight.
Green gets it again.
3rd and 2 for Amon Green, who slides his way through the offensive line and finds a 1st down.
Nice job to pick up
Kansas City attacking in a bit of a different manner on this drive, but still as effective. We saw 3 straight pass plays on the first drive that resulted in 77 yards and a touchdown. We've seen 3 straight running plays, which has produced about 12 yards. That's what you're looking for. Just some semblance of balance. Doesn't have to be exact. They hand the ball off yet again to Green. He'll be spun down, but he might be injured. He is indeed injured. Injured on a 3.5 yard gain. Just kidding. They're going to give him 2 on that. I apologize.
2nd down.
2nd and 8.
8 yards to go.
See how this changes the complexion of Kansas City's offense. They were looking okay on the ground, not great. They do have a pretty lowly ranked rushing offense, and it's showing a little bit here. That's a nice pickup of 5. And Bennett sets him up with a 3rd down and 3.
It's 3rd and about 3.
Arizona allowing under 195 yards per game. Not allowing a whole lot on the ground. Pitch to the outside. He's going to get hit in the backfield and drop for a loss of 2. I don't love the stretch plays or the toss plays on this, on those downs and distances, but I guess if you're going to run it on a 3rd and manageable, 3rd and 3 is probably the way to run it.
He's there early to deliver a big tackle and shut down the play.
Good Arizona defense there. And they should force a field goal try.
Edinger lines up for the field goal.
Think you're getting this 3? I don't
Edinger's the longest from 49. Is that 45 or 49? Oh, crap, I lost it. Kick is up. No good. Short.
Shy of the crossbar.
Paul Edinger can't put it through the uprights on a long kick.
Those long kicks are so tough because every little technical thing has to be just right. All on the 41. Single back formation.
So Arizona takes over from their own 41. Flutie rolls outside, finds a receiver. That should be Torrey Holt. It is indeed Torrey Holt, and just like that, they're in Kansas City territory with 28 seconds to go in quarter number 1.
Nice completion here. Take a look.
That's a good pitching catch. Get him on the move, away from any sort of pressure or pocket collapse.
Ball at the 46-yard line.
43 receptions. That one, I think, is going to hit him, have him hit 500 yards even, which is kind of wild. Flutie, float pass. I think we might have another pass interference, but the receiver is so good that it doesn't matter. It's a catch.
Pass interference. Number 20.
Green had to leave the field earlier in the game, but now we know why. Let's go to Michelle Westfall on the sidelines. Michelle?
The official report is a strained groin muscle. There's a small chance that he can return. But on the other hand, you don't want to put him in too early and risk any further muscle aggravation.
Well, it's nice to hear he's okay, but someone is going to have to take up the slack for the rest of the game.
All right, that'll do it for quarter number 1. Kansas City on top 7-0. 94 total yards for the Chiefs. 1 touchdown, 1 missed field goal. They've held the ball for almost 4 minutes. 25 total yards of offense for Arizona. They have 25 of those yards through the air.
Ball on the 35.
First and 10 from the 45-yard line. Or 35-yard line, excuse me. I saw the arrow incorrectly. Flutie's going to drop back, stands in the pocket, and delivers. That's a good ball. That's a catchable ball. But unfortunately, we have an injury to number 60 here. We'll have to come off the field. That should have been caught. That was right there in the hands, and then it just kind of, not even just kind of, it popped out. Flutie dropping back. Oh, wow, he finds Holt. Holt's going to get taken down by his ankles at the 13-yard line. I thought that was either going to be deflected, maybe intercepted, but...
Torrey Holt, once again, why you get the football to him. Take a look. A nice catch, but
he really drove on that.
For nice catches.
Looked like for sure it was going to be a batted ball.
Well, like he owns the deed on it. Ball at the 13-yard line. They line up with their tight end right. Flutie fades back.
Flutie falls back, stays true in the pocket, fires over the middle. Looked like he had the receiver he wanted, but maybe just a little delayed on the throw. The pressure might have got to him a little bit and forced it out with the timing off. That brings up 2nd down and 10 following the incomplete pass. Second down and 10 for Flutie. Short drop and a quick throw over the middle finds Torrey Holt for a solid gain of 5. Good opportunity for this Kansas City defense to get off the field and force a field goal try. And that's a nice play on 2nd down and 10. It picks up half of it. You don't have to get everything. Just a little bit to make this 3rd down easier.
Thanks, Michelle. It's 3rd and 5.
They're down at 5 from the 8. They have the run,
4th and short.
but he's going to be short a yard and a half. Holmes couldn't find, I mean, he found the lane, but it's good defense by Kansas City to close that gap up as quickly as possible.
It'll be a 22-yard attempt.
A little bit of clock management there. And the kick will be up. The kick will be good. Arizona will cut this down to a 4-point lead. Going to be interested to see how that missed field goal affects the rest or the outcome of this game.
Oh, just as cool as if he was tossing a crumpled piece of paper into a wastebasket. The Cardinals cut it close. It's still anybody's game. The score, 7-3.
8-play, 55-yard drive. Comes up a yard short of a first down. I like the short pass on 2nd down and 10. Picked up 5. I'm okay with the run. He went north and south. He just wasn't able to get past the first down marker. Speaking of north and south running, just past that 20-yard line.
Close game so far, and even though there's plenty of time left, they'd love to score on this drive.
All at the 20-yard line.
Let's go, guys. Get the fans something to cheer for.
They line up with 4 wideouts. Collins fades back.
Collins drops back. Short drop and fires to his right. That'll pick up 9. Right back to the big boss, Randy Moss. That is who you're looking for in those situations. I mean, he is who you're looking for in every situation.
Second and less than a yard.
4 for 4, 86 yards and a touchdown for Kerry Collins. Collins trying to go with a run to the right side. That's a huge 5-yard loss. Arizona sold out to stop the run, and Kansas City gave them the perfect play to execute that on. Going to get around that block, no problem, into the backfield. Forward progress means that it's only a loss of 5. Ugh. That was just an awful play.
It's 3rd and 5. Split backfield.
2 receivers to the top side of the screen. We'll see if they want to go with a run or pass. I would guess a run here on a 3rd down and 5, but that is what they'll do. They'll find probably Randy Moss again as we hit the 2-minute warning. That is a very nice conversion for a first down, well past where they needed to get with the sticks. And that'll hit the 2-minute warning. 1st and 10 for Kansas City.
Once he gets some momentum,
and it was Randy Moss again, 96 yards on the day already through 4 receptions. 24 yards a catch. We're going to go. I like this balance here. That's a really nice find up the middle. Good lane created, good vision by Clemens to just go, I'm going to hit the hole and get as far upfield as possible. 8 yards is the answer.
It's 2nd and 2.
It's 2nd and short, baby. Watch for the run.
Big formation here for Kansas City. They're going to run the ball. 43 met in the backfield. Dropped for a loss of a yard and a half maybe. They're going to call it 3rd down, and it's a pretty long 2.
It's 3rd and 2.
Ain't no first this drive. And no first, baby. Okay, split back, double take.
3rd down. Collins throws and finds a receiver. Oh, it was number 80. They were looking for the tight end, but they just couldn't come up with the connection. He had it in his hands. Brady lets Collins down. It'll be 4th down and 2 under a minute to go in the 2nd quarter.
The clock reads 56. Fiegels comes in and will punt it away. There's the
Punt is away.
Edwards reels in the fair catch.
Well, if they can score on this drive before the half, it could put them in the lead, which is a really big boost going into halftime.
Ball on the 20.
First and 10 from the Arizona 20. They're going to start with a handoff. They'll get pulled down behind the line for a loss of 2. Second and 12 with the clock moving. See how aggressive Arizona wants to be. Defense has made some good adjustments, done a good job making some stops on those last couple of drives. They forced a field goal attempt that was no good, and then they forced the punt. Flutie dropping back, throws over the middle, he finds a receiver, he'll pick up 9, but he needed 12. Thankfully, it's 3rd down and 3. Though I don't think we're going to see anything from these Arizona Cardinals. 8 seconds ticking down. Nobody really took any timeouts. It's going to be a Hail Mary or nothing here. Get it off with just a second to go. Steps off his back foot, lets it fly. It's batted and falls to the turf. First half is complete. 20. Oh my goodness, 7-3.
7-3. The ESPN halftime update with Clark Dishman is coming up next.
Welcome to the ESPN halftime update. Now let's take a look at how the numbers break down from the first half.
Kansas City looking pretty good so far, doubling up the total yards of the Arizona Cardinals. Only one more first down for Kansas City. That big drive on the first drive is huge. As we work our way through this one, 96 yards on 4 receptions, 54 yak, longest catch of 55.
That's our halftime
No
report.
fumbles.
I'm Clark Dishman with a reminder to tune in to the ESPN postgame show at the conclusion of the game. Let's send it back to Dan and Peter.
Edinger sets up and will kick it away to start the 3rd quarter.
Third quarter is underway, and Arizona in a good position to take the ball back and try and get it right down the field.
Will decide to down it.
Well, this game could go either way, Dan, and that's what makes this drive critical. They'd love to put some points on the board right here.
Ball on the 20. They have 2 receivers in.
First down and 10 as Holmes
Gain of 7.
pushes his way forward for a gain of 7. It's a good Priest-Holmes run right there. Looked like he was maybe going to be bottled up here as we take a look at the replay. Gets that guy on his back and then tackled from behind, and he has so much power or momentum or whatever it is, but he falls forward for an extra yard or 2. 3rd down and 3, I'm sure, sounds a lot nicer than 2nd down and 5, excuse me. 2nd down on both of those pieces of commentary information. Big tight formation here for the Arizona Cardinals. Here we go with a pitch. Kansas City, it looked like they had it pretty okay. Like, it looked like they had it kind of stretched out. They kind of took up all the blockers. The unfortunate part, they must not have run the very good play then. I guess, like, theoretically, you would say that the defense just wasn't in correct position at all. I was thinking about it in the context of, like, okay, well, they at least had a couple of guys as the pitch kind of went out. They were getting blocked up. But you want another guy or 2 flying through those gaps, trying to pick up a small gain, maybe a loss. Either way, it's first down. Good play call by Arizona. They're out past the 40. Holmes trying to find some room on the left side. He'll get knocked down for a gain of 2. And he gets the beneficiary, or he is the beneficiary of that weird animation. Kind of pushes them a little further forward than they probably should go.
Ball on the 43. Swift goes in motion.
Nice job by Kansas City to drop him for a loss. 3rd down and 9 coming up. Use some motion to hopefully get everyone to flow the opposite way. It was a pitch to the other side, handoff, whatever. Went left and just nowhere to go. Kansas City all over that one.
On the gun.
Flutie from the shotgun finds a receiver. It's Marvin Harrison right over the middle. Third down and 9, no problem. They're out to the logo.
For the first down.
Marvin Harrison really uses his head here and makes a great play. There, he's got the ball, but the best part is how he gets the first.
That is so crucial on third down to have a receiver who'll fight to get across that line.
You can't coach desire like that.
Ball at the 46-yard line.
First and 10 inside Kansas City territory. Using some motion to set up the offside eye. Holmes going to get away from a tackler and pick up probably the biggest run we've seen on the ground all day. It's a gain of 12, maybe 13. Either way, it sets up a first down as he gets pushed out of bounds. Or maybe even escorted out of bounds. Sir, we'd like you to go this way, please.
Oh, thank you, stiff arm.
Well, we just saw that the offense can play pretty physical too, Peter. That move really opened this play up and allowed some big yards. Ball on the 34.
First down and 10. Flutie with a short drop. Throws. I thought that was going to be picked, but instead it goes to Torrey Holt on the outside. He'll run it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and it's first and goal, Arizona.
Torrey Holt takes it down, then pours it on. Watch this. Great catch, but he really delivers on the run.
Absolutely. You know what they say about receivers who have a great pair of feet.
What, they're fast?
The Cardinals moving the ball well. First down.
First down and goal. I formation. And with a run to Holmes again, he'll pick up a couple, and it'll bring up second and goal from the 5, so gain of 3 or so. See if I can get that second wind. 8 plays, 75 yards, 337, and counting as this clock is winding under a minute here. A minute to go here in the third quarter. They're going to go with a run. They're going right side, untouched for the touchdown. Now, what should probably, or I guess I should say could, what could be a tie game is instead a 2-point Arizona lead pending the extra point.
Good score. Watch this one. There's the touchdown. Nice play.
Well, it's always great when you can just run it in like that and avoid a goal line stand. Anderson lines up for the point after. It's up. The extra point is good.
Big news as the extra point is up and good. Big news out of the NFL today is the fact that Russell Wilson has been informed that he will be released, which is huge. They made a big old giant trade for him, the Denver Broncos did.
Anderson is back to kick it away. Strong kick.
Now he is not even on the team. A couple yards deep in the end zone, up to the 10, to the 20. Tries to get out near the 25, but gets stopped at the 24-yard line. It'll be interesting to see what the Denver Broncos want to do with their draft pick, or I don't even know where they are drafting because they didn't play super well. They also didn't play.
One man back.
Well, I don't know. I guess I shouldn't say they didn't play horribly, but who knows? Oof. That is a monster hit after a 4-yard gain. Shimmied and shook his way through the line, only to get thwacked on the back end. 4 yards though. Second down. Collins drops back, throws. It's errant, a little behind there.
Maybe a little more air to that pass, Dan, and that's a completion.
Thankfully for Kansas City, even though they have a losing record, they are still in first place in the AFC West. Arizona's in a ridiculously competitive NFC West. For ultimate chaos, you would want to root against, or you'd want to root for Kansas City and Seattle. And that one's intercepted by Arizona. They'll take over. Davis just perfect positioning there. Took advantage of the opportunity provided to him. And that'll be a 1st and 10 for the Arizona Cardinals.
Finally ends up with the ball.
Yeah, it looked like a whole different game out there, Peter. More like, I don't know, volleyball.
Or my kid's favorite game, hot potato. Good drive last time they had the ball, Dan, as they march down into the end zone. Let's see if they can make it deja vu all over again.
1.0 turnovers a game this season for Kansas City. See what Arizona wants to do here. I would just run it to the end of the 3rd quarter. Instead, they're going to throw it. It's tipped and dropped. Seen a lot of good tackles or a lot of good hits on the back ends of these defenses to jar that ball loose. Looks like it's going to be an easy gain to set up 2nd down and short. Instead, perfect timing comes in to jar that ball loose. We've seen it flipped as well. Flutie going to go with a handoff. No gain. That'll do it for quarter number 3, and it'll leave us with a 3rd down and 10 coming up.
It's the end of the 3rd quarter. The Cardinals currently enjoying a small advantage, 10-7.
Arizona taking over the time of possession. Slight yardage advantage as well. A few fewer passing yards. I mean, Kansas City had one good drive. The 3-play, 77-yard drive, and they have done nothing since.
Shotgun formation.
From the 25. That's a quick drop and a quick throw. Smack down at the 18-yard line or 17-yard line.
Nice pass, but
that brings up a 4th down and 2. It does get that clock moving, which I think is helpful for Arizona. Try and shorten this game up a little bit to try and give Kansas City as few opportunities with the ball as possible. Also, you help your host out. Your host who didn't sleep very well last night. Ugh. Yeah, let this clock train. Okay, or not. Kick up, kick good. Arizona takes a 6-point lead with 4:23, to go in quarter number 4.
Gary Anderson boots this through the uprights without too much hassle. Straight down the pipe.
Yeah, nice kick, and the special team squad is happy about that. They love to see it go smoothly, just as that one did. The Cardinals' lead is now stretched, but still within a single possession. The score, 13-7.
4 plays, 8 yards, 28 seconds for the scoring drive.
Henderson sets up and will kick it away. There's the kick. Johnson
5 yards deep in the end zone. He'll get it up to the 25. Wow, generous tackle. Pushed him forward for a few extra yards. I was curious if he was even going to be able to make it back to the 20, but did a good job to do that.
Let's see if they worked out the kinks here.
Ball on the 25.
I don't know if I took a note at who Denver plays today, but if Kansas City loses this game and Denver can win, I think that'll put them both with 5 wins. We could have some potential ultimate chaos as Kerry Collins throws his 2nd interception of the game. 2nd consecutive pass he has thrown, or he has thrown, is picked off.
Collins gets some heat in the backfield.
Wow.
You have to believe that it caused this pass to not go where he wanted it to. There's the INT right there.
The pressure was good, but Peter, that was a nice play.
Davis with a really nice interception in front of number 85 there.
The ball out of the air like that. Well, their offense takes the field after that great interception. Let's see if they can capitalize.
All at the 36-yard line.
Again, fantastic field position. If you're Arizona, you can kick a field goal here and put it out of reach, or at least make it a 2-possession game. Or I guess just give it to Priest Holmes, who will rip off 8 off the left side. Horrible reminder that today is, or this Sunday is spring forward. I know people like when the sun's up super late, but it is brutal trying to adjust and get ready for, get into the flow, especially for working as early as we do. It's a great piece of defense there by the Kansas City Chiefs, trying to at least keep this a field goal try. You never know, they might miss it. I don't think we really get a whole lot of missed field goals that aren't short. Like, it's not like we're getting a lot of them wide right, wide left.
3rd and 1.
Arturo Freeman, 6 tackles on the day. It's 3rd down and 1. Huge jumbo set there at the line. We're going to work with a motion man out to the flat. They'll pitch it the opposite way, and Holmes isn't going to get it. Not the worst run that we've seen, but needed one. Got about half a yard. Maybe 3/4. Some of the bigger pieces of information, too, coming out of that Russell Wilson situation is the amount of dead cap money that the Broncos will have.
There's the
Kick is up. Kick is good. 16-7 with 2:17 to go. Feels like it's going to ice this game for the Arizona Cardinals, considering that the Chiefs have had one good drive, and that's it. The Broncos will carry $85 million in dead money, exceeding the previous league record $40.5 that Atlanta incurred after trading former NFL MVP Matt Ryan. Denver still owes Russell Wilson $39 million in salary ahead of his departure, but avoids the guaranteed $37 million in salary by moving on from the veteran passer. Broncos acquired Wilson in 2022 from Seattle for 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, a 5th-round pick, quarterback Drew Lock, defensive tackle Shelby Harris, and tight end Noah Fant. Had a 5-year, $245 million contract essential with the club in August.
Ball on the 25.
Gross.
Let's give the fans a show. Put some points on the board.
Gross.
Collins on shotgun. Throws. Tip.
Oh my goodness, it's tipped and picked again. That's the 3rd consecutive pass. Oh my goodness.
Just won the game for his team. No question.
That'll do it. Just when you thought, hey, maybe Kansas City can do something. Nope. And I'm okay with trying to play the field position game a little bit if you maybe just get like one or two big plays.
Can win the game for his team.
Kick a field goal. You don't even have to. You don't even have to go with the onside kick. You can kick it deep, try and get a stop, have them kick it back, and then work for the touchdown on the second drive.
Holmes with the ball. Straight up the gut. We've reached the 2.
That'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Nice 6-yard run, not 6 seconds, 6-yard run.
Just some nice yards there.
4 yards to go.
Oh, also Jason Kelsey retired
2nd and 4.
after 13 seasons. Congratulations to him on a great career. I believe he has a Super Bowl ring.
Holmes will off the left guard.
He should have one from 2018.
Take their first time out.
Carried this one just left of center, but he was stymied not far past the line of scrimmage. But they're going to need more than a half-hearted arm tackle to put him down.
Holmes will get the ball again.
Oh, they're trying to get the first down, but they can't. They come up half a yard short.
4th down. 1 yard to go.
Anderson lines up for the field goal.
Yes, the 36-year-old was part of Philadelphia's Super Bowl 52 winning squad. Kick up, kick good. It's going to push that to a 19-7 lead. Kansas City lost this game with poor quarterback play. I mean, 3 interceptions. Ugh. And Arizona's just kicked their field goals, and I'll take a victory back with them to Arizona. Hopefully with maybe a match or two against some NFC West opponents.
Anderson will kick this one away. Kick is up. Bennett catches it in the end zone.
So congratulations to Jason Kelsey on a fantastic career. And got a Super Bowl. That's kind of what you want to see. You just want to see some of the fun guys.
Very quickly, however.
I don't know how you would describe it. I guess fan favorites take home a Super Bowl. So good for them. He barely got it off. He fought through all of that so it could be dropped on the back end. Yeah. Good news is well, the good news is we have 2 pieces of good news. If Arizona gets the ball back, the game is over. Or when Arizona gets the ball back, the game is over because Kansas City is out of timeouts. And the good news for Kansas City there is that that was a dropped pass and not an interception. Collins drops back. Ooh, I thought that one was going to be picked.
The second incompletion in a row.
Eric T. Davis.
He's missed his last 5 throws, 3 of them going for picks.
He didn't let nothing get through.
Third and 10.
Eric Davis, 1 tip on the day. Not really a lot coming his direction, huh? They're down in 10. They're going to put Collins on the move, and he'll get hit as he tries to throw it. They're going to call it an incomplete pass. Looked like maybe he was going for Moss with the way they cut that camera.
They're going for the first out on 4th and 10.
Collins throws, finds a receiver who gets up past the first down marker. He'll get angled out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Nice play by Chambers there. You needed that about 5 minutes ago.
Ball on the 45.
6 for 14, 116 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. Keep in mind that he missed 5, so that puts him at like 6 for 11. And erases all 3 of those interceptions. Or 5 for 9 or something like that. I mean, there's a point in this game where Collins actually looks very good. They got off to such a hot start. I thought they would be able to continue that, but I think they're really showing why they're going to be potentially a team with a losing record in the playoffs. And they're going to get to host a playoff game.
And he got the job done.
For an AFC West team, or an AFC South team, pardon me, that's better than they are. Arizona gives up that 4th down and 10 conversion, by the way. If we could have just gotten a defensive stop right there, this game probably would be over. Collins again dropping back. There is interception number 4 on the day. He is going to take this inside the 30, the 20, the 10. He'll be tackled at the 5, and we have a penalty marker down. Is it pass interference? Oh, they're going to call it clipping. Clipping is a very common penalty in this game. I don't know why. Unfortunately for them, they won't have 1st and goal at the 5. Either way, that should do it. It's felt like it's been out of reach for a while, but
a minute, 13 seconds left.
113 is a little different than 113 On the clock with no timeouts. Oh my
And the
goodness.
clock will wind down.
Coming in hot.
The
We have one
Chiefs take a
timeout?
timeout. That's their final
Oh,
one.
thank God. Thank God.
12 yards to go.
It's now 2nd and 12.
Ready, get ready to see that again.
They can't just take knees here.
He'll take a knee. And the clock will wind down.
2 on the play. 3rd down. 14 yards to go.
Kind of the result I expected. Unfortunately, this really was a game or a week that I looked at and I was like, do I just do like 2 games? There's really only 2 worthwhile games, but then we sat through Atlanta and Carolina, which was
He'll take a knee.
worse.
And the
I
clock
kind of
will
figured
wind
it would
down.
be Arizona with a pretty solid win today.
4th down.
I thought Kansas City might put up more of a fight. I think I'm giving them way too much credit for being a division leader, when a lot of these divisions have teams that absolutely stink. The NFC West and the AFC South.
There's the whistle,
And even the
and
South has the
that's end
Texans,
of the
who are
game.
bad.
The Cardinals come out on
The
top,
NFC West is maybe one of the best
19-7.
divisions
Well,
we've
that should
ever
do it
seen in
for
this series.
today. On behalf of myself, Peter O'Keefe, and Michelle Westfall, I'm Dan Stevens. Thanks for joining us. Let's go now to the post-game wrap-up here on ESPN.
All right,
This is
hit us
Clark
with that
Dixon
wrap up.
welcoming you to the ESPN postgame show. The Cardinals come away with a big 12-point win over the Chiefs. They now move to 9-3 on the year. The Cardinals completely arrested the ground game today. Just look at the statistics. Their front
Just
four
look at the
manhandled line of
statistics.
scrimmage and was a big part in the win. Eric Davis.
It's a little surprising. A one tip. He had 3
and no
interceptions.
tackles. He's our
Oh, I guess a
ESPN
lot of
player
action
the
went his
game.
way. They
Well,
didn't
that
show
was
the
all for
actual
now.
interesting
Make sure you
stat.
tune into the weekly
3
wrap-up for the
interceptions.
entire weekend scores, highlights, and insight.
They
I'm
showed
Clark
no
Dixon.
tackles,
We'll
1
see you
tip, and
there.
I thought Eric Davis hasn't been a busy man at all today. He's Richard Sherman, and when Green Bay played Seattle in the opening week, and Sherman was on Jordy Nelson the entire time. Aaron Rodgers was there like, hey, hope you get some work this week, or this season. Okay. Let's move on to game number 2. Titans taking on the Giants here in week number 13. Giants lead the NFC East. Titans are in a tight competition in the AFC South.
They'll face off against a different game plan versus the Giants, who come in with an average pass defense. They hold up their end of the bargain on most days. The question is today one of those days? We'll see what happens along with Dan
2
Stevens
Super
and
Bowl
P.
victories
Roby.
and 3
We're on
appearances. They'll
location in New
tack
York.
on 2 more.
Hello, and we have got a windy
But they
one
haven't
here
really
at
been a
Giants
relevant
Stadium.
team for a while.
I'm Dan Stevens with Peter O'Keefe. Peter, how about giving us the lowdown?
Oops.
And I like these guys.
Don't wanna save
They
it as
know
a
how to pass
PNG.
rush,
Thank you
but
very much.
They are especially skilled at dropping back into coverage to defeat a pass. Randall Godfrey comes in with a crazy look in his eye. You know, the one that makes the ball carriers a little nervous. And you can't
little
coach
nervous.
that. And over here we have another
Nervous.
do-it-all kind of linebacker.
Nervous
warming
Purvis.
up. Al Wilson comes in with a big talent for defensing passes up the middle. He's got what it takes to turn the tide just like that. Defensively this season, he's
They leave the
averaged
snap
3
in there?
tackles and didn't
That's
get to
wild.
the quarterback often.
Thanks, Peter. Let's go midfield, where the team captains are ready for the coin toss.
We'll take heads. They call heads. It is tail.
The Giants will receive, and we're about to get underway. Hockman signals, and we're about to get underway. It's away.
All right.
Jones fields it deep. Stiff arms.
Return to 21.
There is the kickoff for game number 2
Well, let's see if they pull
of
something
3 here
aggressive out of their hats for the first play
in
of
week
this drive.
number 13. Giants will start with the ball, and what they're saying is a windy day here. I don't know that we've really had much of the New York Giants. I feel like I had that conundrum. It was a team that we had that there was like an error in one of the weeks.
He connects with his receiver.
We at least, I think so, the Giants in week number
Sees his
2.
man, and then airs it out for the completion.
Yeah, they are in sync. They're able to depend on each other as the play unfolds.
They actually look like Backstreet Boys to me.
I don't follow that. Ball at the 35-yard line.
We saw them in week 6 and week 8. In week 6 they played Philadelphia, or week 6, excuse me, they played Atlanta. In week 8 they played Philadelphia. Haven't seen them since.
Game of 7. Peter, let's look at the Giants' starting offense.
Let's look at the offensive line for the New York Giants.
Christie keeps the quarterback healthy, and he and his line are ready to go.
Up now are the receivers.
Marcus Robinson can break the game wide open when he gets the ball. So far this season, he's averaged 58 yards on 3 catches a game.
Finally, here's the general and his next in command.
Jeff Garcia.
Gives this trio its punch. Through the air this season, he's averaged
San Francisco 49er. And then you have Ricky Williams of the Miami Dolphins in the backfield. At least that's what I think of. When I think of Ricky Williams, I think of the Miami Dolphins. I think he played for New Orleans for a little bit as well.
Watch the play action. Watch the play action.
2 tight ends on the field.
Second and 3. We're going to go with a handoff that's going to lose 3. Nicely defensed by the Tennessee Titans as we take a look at their defense.
We'll start off with the D-line.
Norman Hand and his men deliver knockout blows to the offensive line all game long.
That's followed by the linebackers.
Al Wilson pulls together all the loose ends and reads the quarterback's eyes like a book.
Finally, Peter, the secondary.
Fernando Bryant shadows his receiver like he's glued to him.
Now back to the game.
Now back to the game. 3rd down and 6 for the New York Giants on their opening drive here.
It's now 3rd and 6.
My DB's gonna shut this drive down right now.
They have their tight end to the right.
Gonna go with a pitch to the outside. Didn't look like it was gonna be good, and it got okay, and then a nice move there is a very weird play. You know that I don't love the pitches or the tosses here on the 3rd and longs. Ricky Williams, I'm sure, is a much different story. He looked like he was only going to get about 3 or 4 yards, but a nice little stiff arm jump, and then a good job to fight through the tackle. You got about 8 on that one. He'll keep this. The Giants will maintain possession, keep possession. I don't know where I was going exactly with that sentence. There was something there. We're going to go right back to Williams, who's been at the line of scrimmage, and thankfully him falling forward at least gives them a positive play, though it is only for 1 yard.
All at the 47-yard line.
Taking a long, gonna be 3rd and long.
They're going with Dion.
Garcia drops back and fires a little off the mark for the tight end Lewis.
Caught that one if he made a diving grab for it, Dan. Sometimes you just got to sacrifice the body.
It's 3rd and 9.
Let's play smart, baby. Let's play smart.
Looks like they're going with the shotgun. Garcia from shotgun.
3rd and 9 as Garcia rolls out, sets his feet, throws over the middle. I mean, he throws back across his body over the middle of the field. Yuck. Bad call there into double coverage. Everything about that is like, that's like the trifecta no-no for quarterbacks. Double coverage across the
Krasinski
body,
comes in and
over the middle of the field. Late over the middle of the field.
It's away. He placed that ball nicely out of bounds.
Williams kept that drive alive with a very nice run on a 3rd down and 6, but the drive stalls out around midfield. Not the best punt, but definitely better than a lot of punts we've seen, especially when it gets to like NFL fever. Into NFL fever territory. At least we have kickers or punters trying to angle it. So Drew Bledsoe will bring his offense out onto the field from the 15-yard line and see what kind of magic he can work in a competitive AFC South. There's not a lot of wiggle room for the Titans. There's more wiggle room for some of the NFC teams. Arizona's a team that... Are we going to have another clipping penalty here? It is clipping. It's a 2nd clipping penalty we've seen today. Wow. 1st and 18 from the Tennessee 8. It was a really nice play. That went for a 1st down.
That hurt bad.
And it's all wiped away with a terrible penalty. All right. Like if Arizona had lost, or if Seattle loses, or Los Angeles, or the St. Louis Rams, lose, they won't be dead. Tennessee, they won't be dead, but they will need some help. There's a nice little barreling over of a defender there for Davis. Picks up 11. 2nd down and 7 coming up.
Great run here, and as we watch the replay, Dan, check this move out. Boy, that looked painful.
Oh, it is, Peter, but it's a good sort of pain, you know?
Right, unlike the bad sort of pain, like, you know, when you get a cheese stick lodged up your nostril.
What?
I'm sure there's a story there, but if you don't mind, let's move on. It's 2nd and about
I was
7
trying to kill a bug over here, and I just heard a cheese stick up your nose. Nostril. 2nd down and 7, and it's going to be a short game. I'll call it 2. Get out of here, bugs. Could that be the one that I keep trying to think thinking I'm getting? It must look so weird to be just doing this. Locked in over here. So 3rd down and 5. Under 30 seconds, or about 30 seconds to go here in the 1st quarter. Bledsoe's going to drop back. He fires into a little bit of traffic, but good concentration by number 83. Joe Jaravicius, maybe? And it'll be a 1st down.
Bullseye on this baby. Check out this beauty. How did he get it by all those defenders?
Yeah, he made those guys look like the Three Stooges.
Yeah, not even the classic Three Stooges. More like 2 Shemps and a Curly Joe.
Oh, remember him. Ball on the 30. They line up in the eye. Bledsoe fades back, throws. It's tipped. Incomplete. Peter, let's go over the starting offensive players for the Titans. Up first are the big guys, the offensive line.
Matt Burke powers up this line considerably, and that will give his quarterback more time.
Next up, the receiving corps.
Machine Muhammad leads this squad, putting on a big show for the fans. So far this season, he's averaged 69 yards on 5 catches a game.
And lastly, the man who calls the plays and
Machine.
the guys who back him up.
Stephen Davis puts on a good
The
show with
Machine
these other
Muhammad.
two. On the ground this season, he's averaged 93 yards.
He
in
might be
around
one of the
a
more
touchdown
familiar
a game.
faces in
Okay, back to the action.
these old random rosters, these older video games. Seems like every time
Ball at the
he's
30-yard line.
picked to go on good teams. Second down and 10 with 3 seconds left in the 1st quarter. Drew Bledsoe drops and fires. He'll turn upfield. Switches the ball over in his hand. And that, for whatever reason, that seemed like it was like he moved, like he did a juke move and got around the outside of the defender. I don't know why the defender fell for that. Totally out of position. It's a big play to end quarter number 1. Tennessee and New York locked up at 0.
Ball Midfield, right at the 50.
Come on. I want to see some energy this quarter.
Bledsoe drops back. Barely
Bledsoe
gets it
from
off.
midfield finds a receiver in the flat, and again, just a nice run after the catch.
8-yard line.
Easy pitch and catch. Let your athlete make a play. Up the sideline, another first down. This one will be from the 38-yard line of
Up
the
now
New York
the
Giants.
linebackers.
Randall Godfrey knows whether it's a run or a pass before the rest do.
And lastly, the secondary.
Rod Woodson flies around the field and gets in receivers'
Rod
faces.
Woodson.
Let's get back to the game. Ball at the 38-yard line.
Ricky Dudley, 26 receptions, 283 yards on the season. Bledsoe under center. Takes the snap, fires over the middle. Dangerous throw. There was a Giant, looked like right in the way. Looking for one of those two receivers perhaps from the top side of that formation.
Turns on the juice
And it's at least that same side, but breaks in and looked like it phased right through number 56. I can't believe that wasn't at least a batted
Some
ball.
receivers would be forced to dive for a ball like that, but he manages to get under the ball.
But a nice
Fantastic
location
play.
on the throw by Drew Bledsoe.
Good drive together, first down.
First and 10 inside the 30. They'll go with a run. He'll be back right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose half a yard or so. Second down and 10 coming up.
Really nice speed to the outside.
Second and 10.
Go get Mason towards the third line. Force it. Hey, stay ready.
Davis. with the
Davis
ball.
going off the left side. Cut down after a gain of 8. Third down and 2. Some pretty nice runs on some longer downs and distances
It's third and 2.
by both of these teams. One of them went for a first down for New York. This one at least makes it third and short for Tennessee. Bledsoe drops back, kind of rolls to the side, goes to his
It'll be fourth and short.
favorite spot on the field so far today, and that's just the flat. Trying to give his man an opportunity to make a play. Probably would have if he'd either thrown the ball sooner or just hadn't rolled out. The defender was right there, but with the way that this game's tackle animations work, you figure he probably gets pushed forward, tackled forward, picks up the first down. Instead, he ran out of room along the sideline trying to turn upfield. And that will make it a field goal try.
It's away.
Field goal is up and field goal is good. So even with the windy conditions, the kicker knocking it through.
Owen Pachman compensates for the wind and makes the kick. Watch here. Right.
We had a game in
through the uprights for
Chicago.
three.
That is a very
Vikings
tough kick
Bears
to make
was
in
kind of
these
a
conditions. The
similar
wind is so unpredictable.
Absolutely.
sort
the
of thing.
Titans put the first points on the board.
They negotiate the
3-0.
wind and it's fine. Why even have it?
Bachman lines up for the kickoff.
I like that sign up there just says G-Man.
It's off. Kirby fields it in the
About a
end
yard
zone.
deep into his own end zone. He finds some room. Oh, a nice hole opens up. And that's out. That's a really nice return. Great starting field position here for the New York Giants.
Close game so
NFC
far.
East, the leading New York Giants. We've only seen Washington and Dallas from the East make it into the playoffs.
All of the
Giants, this is the first time I think they've ever really been competitive. We've seen Philadelphia at least try to make it into the playoffs, but they fell off hard last season in a ESPN NFL prime time. It looked like Tennessee brought a little extra pressure. Might have forced an early throw.
Torrey James was
And
effective
the timing
in the
on
zone, picking up
all
the
of that was
intended
just
receiver
off.
and disrupting the pass.
Second down and 10. 2:20 to go here, by the way, in the second quarter. Couple long drives by both these teams. Collins rolls, and he'll find a receiver in a little bit of traffic, but he comes up with a reception there. 3rd down and 2.
We've reached the 2-minute warning.
And that will do it for the 2-minute, 2-minute warning.
It's 3rd and 2.
Short yardage. Play tight, team. Big guy, great.
Williams.
3rd and 2. Williams is going to find just enough room to pick up the 1st down as we get a camera full of crotch.
Pick up a handful to move the markers. Nice job.
I like that. 2-minute warning. Come out with a play that goes to a player that you believe in.
Ball on the 41.
Running clock doesn't matter. 3 timeouts. I think this is where you start to try and pick up the pace at least a little bit here.
Williams.
With a handoff to Williams. They're a little confused on the play calling there. They'll take a timeout. It's a solid gain of 7, so it's hard to argue too much.
Timeout.
Nice job to take.
Not like
this one
whoever
to
we
the
saw
outside.
last week.
You know, they've been hammering it up the middle of this drive, and the D didn't see this one coming.
The clock shows a minute.
Who
and
was it?
19
Who did
seconds
that?
Left.
Watch for the run. Watch for the run. Bro, double
Garcia.
K.
Back. Barely gets it off.
Oh, Garcia finds a... Wait, did I see the other quarterback was Jeff Garcia? I hope I didn't. No, Kerry Collins, I think, was the quarterback for the other one. I think I had it right.
Nice reception.
That's a nice reception right there, right past the outstretched arms of the defender. Shimmies his way up. Shimmy shake little shoulder moves there. That's all head. He had more like shoulder. I can't really do it because I am unathletic and not coordinated. But Marcus Robinson coming up with a big play there. It's pushed out of bounds, and it's 1st and 10, just outside the red zone. That's a nice find right up the middle. 1st and goal. We'll see a timeout taken.
The Giants will take a timeout. That's their second.
Second timeout taken by the New York Giants.
Check this out. Totally threads the needle.
There are 2 defenders there, Peter, and there was
It's having one of those days where I cannot sit comfortably in this chair. Drive me nuts.
There's not a lot of room for anything.
They'll have 4 chances to put it in. 1st and goal. They line up with 2 wideouts. Garcia drops back.
Garcia dropping and firing. Touchdown.
Jeff Garcia nails his man in the end zone for the big score. Watch. Right by the defender.
Really nice timing.
Obviously thought the single
I mean, it looked, there was a little bit of a bop there with the receiver hitting the defender, but I don't think that matters. It's just a better throw. Excellent positioning by the...
Feely will line up for the point after.
excellent positioning by the receiver to get the leverage, and bam.
There's the kick. He adds the extra point. The Giants are now out on top to the tune of
So 7-3.
Feely is back to kick it away. It's off. Bryson will field it.
Fields it. Up to the 20, past the 25, past the 30. Another monster return from these 2 teams. That one, we're just waiting for one to break. Just break.
Well, if they can score on this drive before the half, it could put them in the lead, which is a really big boost going into halftime.
The clock shows 59 seconds left. Tight end is lined up on the right side. Bledsoe fades back. Barely gets it off.
Bledsoe again going right to the flat, and again just letting his athlete make a play.
22 on the play. First down.
Ricky Dudley shows here why he's a force to be reckoned with downfield. Watch. That's
We'll
a
talk
solid
about great
catch, but he
positioning.
isn't through.
Really bad trailing technique there by number 40. Not even really looking for the ball. It looked like he was in pretty good line there and then just fell behind him.
I've been, collecting some food metaphors.
First and 10. 51 yards after the catch. 5 receptions for 60.
Single back formation.
5 yards?
Bledsoe drops back.
Bledsoe, short drop, fires over the middle. It is caught down to the 31-yard line. We'll see a timeout taken.
First timeout.
Joe Juravicius was the man in the middle on that play. Watch this. Oh, great catch.
Yeah, and very, very tough to do in double coverage like that.
Yeah,
It's a really nice catch. It's good concentration to hold on to that ball. We've seen a lot of hits jarring the ball loose today. Nice to see him hold on to that ball. Petey.
All on the 31. Davis with the
First
ball.
and 10. Handoff to Davis. Bullies
Hijacks that play after a couple
a man
yards.
down.
The Titans will take a timeout. That's their second.
I don't know. Don't know. Ignore it. Move on.
You can't underestimate the
Second down
value
and
of
7.
getting positive
Interesting to
yards
see
on
this
first
team
down.
work with a run play.
Second and about 7 yards.
I think it makes a little more sense on the Giants side, but I don't know if you want to do a run play on a first and 10.
Barely gets it off.
Bledsoe's been on, and it was in his hands. Kinney just couldn't come down with the catch.
Wow, we passed really
Go back to the
nice
previous
back
completed
by the
pass.
win.
That's why it's such good,
Running game until this win shot.
such good concentration, able to hold on to it. And the next throw,
It's third and about 7.
the tackle jars the ball loose. Or the hit. Third down and 7 from the 28-yard line. Bledsoe rolls kind of outside, finds his receiver down to the 15-yard line. That should be their third and final timeout.
Take a timeout. That's their final one.
All right, time is going to become real important here.
He gets the job done.
I like the way that they use that little curl route because he just stood there ready for the ball, and then Juravicius worked his route around him. Kind of a pick play, but I don't think you could really argue it as if you're looking for the ball.
32 seconds left.
I'm sure unintentional design concept there, but still interesting to see, especially when you have NFL in 2023 running that sort of stuff. He is going to be tackled a yard short. They're going to have to get up to the line quickly. It was a really nice find. Drew Bledsoe, 9 for 11, 116 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. They're going to spike the ball with 17 seconds remaining. Second down and goal.
And stop the clock.
Second down.
I don't think you should spike it there. It took a while for you to get to the line.
17 seconds to go.
What's another 2 or 3 seconds to try and
They go with the
float
I
one into
formation.
the end zone?
Bledsoe.
Bledsoe drops back, floats one into the end zone. It's tipped and incomplete. No, nearly intercepted
So much
as
pressure
the
there.
receiver there running into the invisible wall. Third down and goal.
Third and goal. Bachman lines up for the
Oh, they're just
field
going to go for the field goal now. Gross, no. Boo. Boo. This is why you don't spike it on first and goal. Boo.
goal. It's up. It's good.
You ever boo a 20-year-old video game?
On that short attempt.
Owen Bachman adjusts nicely and makes the field goal. Let's look. Nice kick.
It's just, it's,
Win.
Yeah, the wind added a little
It's bad.
bump
It's
there,
a-
but wasn't much of a factor at that distance.
huh. I don't
Hard to blame the
understand.
wind on a chip shot like that.
The Titans cut in close. It's
I mean, a
still
sack
anybody's game.
ends the half,
Score,
but
7-6.
I don't know. It's just
Bachman
the timeout usages in this game are they're at least better, but they're still frustrating.
good kick.
It'll be interesting to watch this kind of evolve and grow if we're able to use 2K4 and 2K5.
20.
Here's the monster return. Here's the big return. He gets spun around. He's finally tackled. They're going to leave a second on the clock. The longest second in the universe. And another monster kick return here between these two teams. I thought that one might go, but he just doesn't have the speed.
Just 1 second left on the clock. This is a long one, a 50-yard attempt.
50-yard attempt, long of the season is 48. There's no reason the Giants fans should be booing.
It's away.
And the kick is up and well short. But hey, trying to take advantage of another fantastic special teams play. The returns have been great on both sides. 7-6. New York leads
halftime update.
today's game.
Into halftime having held their own in this game, and it's due in no small part to an
No turnovers between either team.
The numbers tell the story here. Jeff Garcia has thrown
Garcia's 6 for 9 for 79 yards. One
makes him
touchdown, no
our
picks.
ESPN hot at the half player. That will do it for now. I'm Clark Dishman reminding you to tune in to ESPN's post-game show at the conclusion of the game. Let's send you back to Dan and Peter.
The signal, and we're ready to start the second half. There's the kick.
It's a big field goal for the Titans. If you score a touchdown here, do you try for 2? I think you do. I think you try to push this to 14-7 if you can get a touchdown here.
Well, this game could go
Because either way,
and that's
you'd be
what makes
down
this
by
drive critical. They'd love to put
you'd be
some
down by
points on the board
2
right here.
or you'd be down by 1.
27-yard line.
I think the gamble's worth it. We'll go with a handoff to Davis. Davis with a really nice run and then a very weird shove tackle sort of thing. It's spun down just past the first down marker.
Really add something extra on this play. Watch this. Wow, what a terrific jump.
That is so weird that they highlighted him jumping over his own offensive lineman.
Ball on the 37. Morton in motion.
Go with a pitch to the side. They shifted the receiver too, and again, Davis is going to get tackled forward that time instead of being about a half yard past it. He'll be a quarter of a yard short.
A major run. He puts the pedal to the metal from the word go and doesn't let up until they finally take it. But it sure took him a while.
He is the man of the hour in my book, Peter. Second and about a foot.
Second is short, Washington.
Second down and 1, and he's just going to get it. Oof. That is, man, that was as close as it could be to not being a first down, and then as close as it could be to being a first down. Good start here for the Titans in their first drive of the second half.
I formation.
Bledsoe drops back, gets away from the pressure, and finds a receiver wide open over the middle. He's tackled inside the 30 down to about the 27.
Johnny Morton makes the catch and quickly upgrades that play from coach to first class. There's the reception. He sees he's got some room to move, and he takes it there.
Takes it for a big-time game, Peter. He's so good at finding those opportunities and then exploiting them. Ball on the 27.
Johnny Morton. 2 receptions, 40 yards, averaging 20. 26-yard reception and a 14-yard reception. Bledsoe goes with a delayed handoff. They'll pick up 2. As Davis picks up some more yardage on the ground halfway through quarter number 3.
Line of scrimmage on that one.
Second and 8.
From the 25, looks like an I formation behind him. 2 receivers to the top side of the screen. It's a nice pass. I think we have an injury, unfortunately, for the New York Giants on the defensive line. That's a solid 7-yard gain. Sets up 3rd down and 1 big play for this New York Giants defense. They likely won't go for it on 4th down, so they can get a stop here. They'll turn the ball back over to their offense down. Likely only 2. They'll go with a handoff right up the middle. Davis, he got it clean. He got it by quite the large margin. Gain of 3, 1st and 10.
Davis saw nothing going on the ground, so he did this little move. Oh, looks like he got some frequent flyer mileage out of that one.
Yeah, it was so crazy that it worked, and it got them the 1st down.
Wow, I wonder if he got a meal on that flight.
Just the honey roasted peanuts.
I love those.
I knew you do. The Titans have a 1st down. It's their 4th of this drive, and they keep pounding away.
Tight formation. 2 receivers bottom side. Bledsoe with a medium drop. Fires and it's intercepted. Oh, it's a terrible turnover. Oh my goodness. The Titans looked so good. They took 3.5 minutes to get down the field into field goal range. And he just didn't see him. Too much clutter in the area looking for Kinney. And Mayan.
You know, Dan, the offense
That is
has
a
to make
really
that
nice
interception
interception.
count. Let's see if they can punch this one into the end zone.
Ball at the 23-yard line.
Are you a floor man? 'Cause get ready to get run over.
Williams is going to get the run, or get the carry here. He'll pick up 1, 2nd down and 9.
Williams had to leave the game due to an injury, and now we know the extent of that injury. Michelle Westfall has the full details. Michelle?
I can't believe that
It's just a cut on the
interception.
elbow, Dan. They're stitching it up, and he should be ready to go in just a few plays.
Oh, Bledsoe had been so good all game long. It was just too cluttered in the area. There were like 4 Giants in the area, a couple of Titans, but he picked the wrong receiver. I just don't think he saw him drop back into coverage. It's a really nice play on the ball, and New York is going to hold on to a 1-point lead here. Winding down toward the end of the 3rd quarter. 3rd and 6 coming up.
It's now 3rd and 6.
David Gibson with 3 tackles on the day. From the 26-yard line. Garcia going to go with a shotgun handoff, and it's fumbled, and Garcia comes up with the recovery. We don't see a lot of fumbles in this game. We see quite a few interceptions, but fumbles aren't super common.
Oh, there's the contact.
Yeah, Peter, it looks like
Didn't even seem like it was all that hard of a hit. Just kind of lost control of it. Williams lucky that the Titans don't pounce on it. And thank Jeff Garcia after the game. Straczynski doesn't have to kick this ball before the end of the 3rd quarter. But he will.
Nice punt.
I guess if you're looking at it from a wind perspective, like, hey, do we have the wind at our backs? Yeah, I guess use it for a little extra field position. Tennessee's going to get the ball back down 1. They have double the yards of the New York Giants. They have exactly even 3 minutes. That's weird.
Well, last time they had it, they
9 minutes even to 6 minutes even time of possession. Good news for Tennessee. All they need is a field goal. They just can't afford another turnover.
They have 2 receivers in.
That's what happens when Drew Bledsoe tries to go up the field. That's an interception. Just throw it to the flat. They'll hand the ball to Steven Davis. He'll pick up 8, and it'll be 2nd down and 2 from the 41. Good start to the drive. As we begin quarter number 4. We get Seahawks 49ers coming up.
It's 2nd
I don't
and
know that
2.
we watched the other Seahawks 49ers game.
They line up with 2 tight ends. Davis will run it. Lots of room.
Unless the other one hasn't happened yet. Good defense by the Giants to clog up all the running lanes. Davis can only pick up 1. And it's a big 3rd and 1 here.
Up like he wanted it to, and he stopped pretty quickly.
3rd and 1.
Davis, they're going to go with the pitch to the outside, and that's just tremendous defense. It's a great call. It's great recognition, and Hardy was all over it with a fantastic open field tackle in the backfield. Saw exactly where he wanted to go, drove to the ball. And even if Henry doesn't come up with the tackle, there are a couple of Giants right behind him. So 3rd and 1 turns into 4th and 4 with a 3-yard loss. And the Titans will have to punt the ball back to the Giants. Tom Tupa. There are his stats for the season. The kick is away. They're going to return it from around the 20. It'll be about a 10-yard gain, or a 10-yard return. That's average. Nothing super special there.
They would definitely like to score on this drive right here. There's not enough time left for mistakes.
Ball on the 31.
Everybody's watching. It's time to shine.
They're going with a split backfield. Williams with the tackle.
Williams is going to get the handoff, and he'll get bottled up for no gain. Giants into clock management mode here.
10 yards to go.
Ball at the 31-yard line. Booker goes in motion.
2nd down and 10 with some motion here. Teams have been running to the side with motion.
Williams with the ball.
Looked like that was maybe designed to be a little bit of a cutback run there. It sounded dumb to follow up. They might run to the side with motion. They also might not run that way. It's a good way, I think, to try and get the defense to flow one way and then pitch it the opposite way. But why not try to send an extra blocker out there and
3rd and 10.
pick up some yards? Of course, he tried to run between the tackles, so didn't really help all that much. There's no reason for the Giants to snap this ball before the 2-minute warning. And they don't. Good clock management video game from 20 years ago. Good job. I booed you earlier when they took the field goal, but I'll give you a soft applause.
3rd and 10.
All right, 2 minutes to go here in quarter number 4. 7-6 game. Garcia, quick throw, finds a receiver, and he'll be a couple yards short, 3 yards short, in fact. And the Titans will take their first time out with 1:56 to go here. 4th down and 3 coming up. If you're Dan Campbell and the Lions, you probably go for this, honestly. But Straczynski will come out to punt because this is 2002, everybody. Kick is away from Straczynski and nowhere to go. No gain. Might have picked up a yard or two, but coverage unit was on top of it for the New York Giants.
The clock is down to 1 minute and 48 seconds.
So the ball's on the Tennessee 35. They need probably 35 yards. And they're going to go for it. That's a big gain out to Muhammad, the machine. Russian Muhammad comes up with a big Big grab in double coverage. That is a dangerous throw for Drew Bledsoe. He threw a pretty bad interception earlier in this game. And just like that, they're inside Giants territory. 12 for 17, 169 yards, 1 pick for Bledsoe on the day. The 44-yard line. They started at the 35. Probably want to try to get this, I don't know, 15 more yards or so. They'll go with a run. Well, Davis will find some room on the left side, knock a man down, and get tackled half a yard short of the line to gain. Good job by Tennessee. Let this clock wind down. If anybody's going to call a timeout, let it be New York.
Monster of a block.
Oh, yeah. After that block, the field got a lot less crowded for him.
Absolutely, Dan. You know, sometimes the difference between 2 and 20 yards is just one guy on defense.
Second and inches.
It's taking it short, baby. Pop for the run.
Bledsoe with a delayed handoff to Davis. Davis picks up 5. They're setting up nicely here for the game-winning field goal. 30 seconds to go.
Ball at the 30-yard line.
Bledsoe hurrying the team up. I mean, it's a 45-yard field goal. Throws it. There's that flat spot on the field that he likes, and what's he do? He throws it to the flat. He lets his athlete make a play. That time, Dudley coming up with a big gain. Again, you want to take this down. I think you kneel it down in the center of the field. Take a timeout with 2 seconds to go. Kick the game-winning field goal, go home. If you miss it, you lose, whatever. Not whatever, but you know. Bledsoe goes with a pitch. He's going to get dropped well behind the line of scrimmage. Titans are going to take a timeout. Likely they'll... Oh, boy. So this will likely be the field goal attempt right here. 9 seconds to go, fourth quarter. Now... Oh, they're actually going to do something with it. I think they have one more timeout. Please, God, let them have one more timeout. What I was going to say was if they kick the field goal here, the Giants...
The Titans take a timeout. That's their final one.
That was dicey. I was not confident they had one more timeout. So they took their final timeout there with 3 seconds to go. A little surprised that they didn't go for it. Go for the field goal one play previous. They pick up 7 yards on the game, or 7 yards on the run. If they had kicked the field goal, there was a real chance that they would give up a big return to New York, who would maybe have an opportunity.
And that's his third of the afternoon. There's the whistle, and that's the end of the game.
Is it good? I don't... Oh, yes. Goodness gracious. 9-7, our final score. New York had been returning kickoffs so well all game long, and they almost had a nice return, broken free for field goal range at the end of the first half. Why not do it again? Tennessee was the better team. They survived one turnover. They had 16 first downs. They had 260 total yards, 186 passing yards, 74 rushing yards. It was a dominant Titans performance. They just, that turnover killed them.
He's our ESPN player of the game. And that's all we have for you today. Don't forget to tune into the weekly wrap-up.
Because while Tennessee had like a lot of yards and stuff, it felt like they were a little inconsistent. They came up short on like a third down here or there. Whew. It's a tight one, but the Titans come out victorious, and they send the Giants home unhappy. All right. Let's pop a save here. So I'm going to actually hop up real quick. And we will be back with more NFL action in just a moment. I'm going to pause the video real quick. And we should be good to go. Okay. Let's look at some scores if you want to take a peek. We We're going to get you set for Seahawks 49ers here in just a moment. So the Arizona Cardinals won. We're just going to take a quick look at the NFC West, which is down at the bottom right corner of your screen. 49ers have yet to play because they're going to play the Seahawks. Looks like the Rams have yet to play as well. Cardinals picked up a win today, so a win by the Rams, a win by the Seahawks would notch 3 teams at 8-4. A win by the 49ers would leave Seattle down at 7-5. They'd still be in great position for a wild card berth, but they'd be duking it out with the Rams. So a win here feels pretty important for the Seattle Seahawks. So we'll figure out if they can get it done in just a moment. Oh, I can just hit start, and we'll leave that like that for just a second. I'll be right back. It'll be mere seconds for you with more football action right now. We have our third and final game of the day, Seahawks 49ers. Week 13 wraps up with a big one here in the NFC West. This could theoretically force a 3-game tie in the NFC West. Maybe not force. It'll at least force a 2-way tie. Hopefully the Rams pick up a victory. That'd be nice. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. 5 Super Bowl appearances, 5 victories. That's wild. Did not realize they were a perfect 5 for 5. The interesting thing is, I think they only have the one. The Harbaugh Brothers Bowl.
And Peter, tell us what you think about this
Super Harbaugh Bowl.
Dan, we should see one heck of a battle
Rod
down
Smith
there on the
and
field.
Sam
And just look at
Cowart.
these guys. Rod Smith comes in as one of the best wide receivers in the league, Dan. He's one of those guys that always seems to reel in the big catch when his team needs it. And warming up over here is someone who is just as capable of putting on a clinic. Sam Cowart comes in closing all the holes and wrapping up runners who cross his path with total abandon. Check out his numbers. Defensively this season, he's averaged 7 tackles and the occasional pickoff.
Well, Peter, we'll see how it unfolds. Let's go to the coin toss at the 50-yard line.
Heads is called. Heads it is.
The Seahawks will receive the opening kickoff.
It's so rainy. You'd think we'd be. You'd think that we're playing this game in Seattle, but God, these Seahawks uniforms are awful.
Conway, it's ready for the opening kickoff. This is returnable.
So to be returnable from around the 2-yard line, another big return here. Special teams, kick returns or kickoff returns specifically have been big in these last 2 games. Kurt Warner leading these Seattle Seahawks out onto the field.
Ball on the 28.
Already super dirty apparently, even though there's only 8 seconds gone in the first quarter.
They line up in the eye.
They had a real messy warm-up.
Richardson with
They go with a run to Richardson. He'll pick up 2.
second and 8. We're going with the tight end right.
Going with a handoff again. I'll pick up another 2 yards.
Peter, let's run down the
Going to be 3rd down and 6 as we see the Seattle Seahawks offensive line.
Bring size and power to this line, and they are ready for battle.
Next up are the receivers.
Kevin Johnson stands out as the best of the bunch. So far this season, he's averaged 54 yards on 4 catches a game.
Last but not least, we have
Kurt Warner, LaDainian Tomlinson. Interesting, Tony Richardson got the first carry of the game. With Tomlinson, I believe, picking up the 2nd carry of the game.
Back to the field now.
And we'll see what they'll dial up here on a 3rd down and 6.
It's now 3rd and 6. Tight end is lined up left side. Johnson is in motion.
Warner's going to drop back and fires. It's intercepted over the middle. Number 94, Let. Is that Leon Let? Like he dropped back into coverage. Warner had no idea. We saw something similar in the last game where it's a bad throw into double coverage. Even if Let doesn't get this ball, number 54, who's the next guy behind him, is still in red. You got to go another person back before you get to a Seahawks jerseyed person.
They have 2 tight ends in.
I believe this is Michael Vick. We see a big missed tackle right there in the backfield. He seemed to be able to turn that up for a gain of 7. Turn that upfield for a gain of 7. Really nice play here. He's contacted right around the 40. Just couldn't. Bad angle taken on by number 23. And a good block to wipe out the second Seahawks defender. Wipe him from the play.
All on the 31.
Second down and 3. Going with a handoff right up the middle. They'll pick up another 5 or 6 yards, and that'll give them a first down.
Peter, let's go over the starting offensive players for the 49ers. Let's begin with the offensive line.
Mike Tauscher, who looks like he's about 14 in that photo. Just a kid. Just a kid on the offensive line. Rod Smith, Eddie Kinnison, Cameron Cleveland, like he was playing for the Saints. Michael Vick, Kevon Barlow, Fred Beasley. Your backfield for the San Francisco 49ers. You can imagine Michael Vick is rated super highly in this game. I think this probably would have been his breakout year. And then even next year, so 03 to 03 would put him on the map to be on the cover of Madden. 03, 04, when Madden 2004 came out, that was a big deal because he is unbelievably broken in that game. First and goal after the nice completion for San Francisco. Picks his nose. Shows all of his boogie woogies.
Right in between the numbers.
Smith with a nice catch there.
First and goal. Smith in motion.
Smith taking a long time to get from one side to the other. And that is going to be an interesting pass kind of across the body over the middle of the field. Definitely felt more designed that way. Rather than oof, what a bonehead terrible play right there. Going to be second and goal from the 3-yard line, maybe the 4.
They line up with a split backfield.
Going with a run right up the middle. Seattle does a good job to clog all the gaps, and minimal gain for Barlow. 3rd down and goal.
It's 3rd and goal.
Pitch to the outside, trying to find a lane, and he does. He gets hit by a defender, but it's too late. He had already crossed the goal line. Touchdown, 49ers.
Kevin Barlow takes it in those last few steps with that run for the touchdown. Nice run.
Well, that's what you want to do. You want to get the defense backed up against the wall, Peter.
Yeah, Dan, they call it the red zone because
Seattle able to, or San Francisco, excuse me, able to take advantage of the Seattle turnover. What's that little barn thing? What is going on back there?
Conway lines up for the point after. It's It's up.
Kick is up. Kick is good.
Good. The 49ers trying first in the game, 7-0. Conway lines up, signals, and we're ready for the kickoff. Nice kick. Howard fields it in the end
So we'll take it from a couple yards deep. We'll get up just past the 20, so the run back, not terrible. It's probably about a 25-yard return.
The last time they had it, they
And
turned
they'll
it
get
over on
it,
the interception.
get it
Let's
first
see
and
if
10
they
at the
work out the
22-yard
kinks.
line.
Ball on the 22.
High formation, you're going to go with a run.
Great run by the
Tomlinson
second-year
picks
kid
up
out of
5.
Texas Christian.
Carried this one off his
And
left
that's what
foot.
you're looking for to get off to a good start here.
First down play.
See if you can work your way down the field, match this touchdown. Maybe at least put a field goal on the board and hope your defense can make some adjustments to slow them down a little bit. They did a pretty good job. They just ran out of room. They forced a 3rd and goal from the 2. It was an excellent play call to run a stretch play in that scenario. Everybody crashed in the middle, and that left the ends wide open. Speaking of trying to run to the outside, Seattle elects to do that on 2nd and 5. Can't find anything. It'll be 3rd down and 5. So Seattle's first the first 2 plays of each of their drives have been running plays. There's another run that'll go for a yard, maybe a yard and a half. It'll bring up 4th down and 4. And we will see a punt to start quarter number 2. San Francisco's defense is all over what Seattle's trying to do with the run game. They haven't even picked up enough yards for a first down. They had 4 yards on the first drive. They had 5 yards on the second. They're going to call it 10 here. So I guess technically that'd be enough for a first down. But even with those 2 possessions, granted there was a turnover, Seattle's had 2 possessions and still has less time of possession than San Francisco.
Henson will punt it away after a 3-and-out.
And San Francisco, what I was going to say, has done a good job to negate what Seattle wants to do from the perspective of the running game,
There's the punt.
forcing them into obvious passing situations.
Reels in the fair
They
catch.
were able to get the takeaway on the first drive, but the second drive, they elect to go with another run.
They came out and
Which
ran
I
the field
think
the
is
first
interesting.
time out. It'd be great if they did it again this drive, huh?
Ball at the 37-yard line.
I don't think so.
They line up with 3 wideouts. Smith goes in motion.
So the punt is fair. Connor to be 1st and 10 from the 37. They're 37. And they'll pick up about 2. It feels like a generous 2. Looked like it was more of a yard and a half situation to me.
Ball on the 38.
Take it down to nowhere, baby. Yeah.
So 2nd and 8. Offset I formation for San Francisco. They're going to pitch the ball. Barlow's going to try and find some room on the outside. Seattle does a pretty good job not giving up the edge there, forcing him back inside and making the tackle. They'll pick up another 2, 3rd down and 6.
It's now 3rd and 6.
Let's play smart, baby. Let's play smart. Right side, right side, left.
Vic drops back.
Vic drops back, fires, and it is caught out of the 40. No, excuse me, that's in Seattle territory, so that would be like the 42, 43.
Had no trouble
Something like that.
getting one past the
Vic drops back and makes a quick, effective decision. Got hit immediately after letting the ball go. Puts it right on the money for number 80, and that'll be a first down. And just like that, right back in Seattle territory. That was such a big play for the Seahawks defense to try and get off the field.
44-yard line.
Instead, Rod Smith greets him with his 54th reception of the season.
High formation.
from the 43-yard line. They'll go with a run. Barlow does a nice job. They're starting to wear this Seahawks D-line down already.
Carried this one just left of center. Not a bad pickup.
It's
Just
a
some
really
nice
nice
yards.
run. Best run we've seen today by either team. That one goes for 7.
It's second and about 3.
That's all they get. That's all they get.
Offset I formation for San Francisco. That seems to be their formation of choice. They flip it to the other side, strong side. Barlow again. It's a good decision to move him from the left side of the line to the right side of the line, but Seattle overloaded it with their defense. Forces no gain. The clock ticks down toward the 2-minute warning, and we will see a 3rd down and 3. Another big opportunity for the Seahawks defense to get off the field. Down only a touchdown from the 37-yard line. Again, an offset I. They're going to hand it to Barlow again. He finds room. San Francisco pounds it.
Kevin Barlow.
And they get through on 3rd and 3.
Right time. Check it out. Oh, what a great gutsy play.
It certainly was, Peter. It gave him just what he needed.
Kevon Barlow with a very nice run off the right side.
We've reached the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Feels like we are zipping through this one. San Francisco running the ball in the rain is very helpful. San Francisco played
Ball
Washington
on the 31.
within, I guess, recent memory would be a good way to phrase that. Within the last couple of years where it was pouring down and it was just run the ball, make this game as quick as possible, and
Williams puts up a
get the heck out of there with a win.
stops him after a couple of yards.
This is probably within the last 2 years, 2 seasons, maybe 3.
Third down's immensely easier.
Let's look it up.
Ball at the 28-yard line.
Don't give him an inch, baby. Don't give him an inch. Oh,
Barlow to carry.
3rd down and 4 after a couple of yards. So we'll look up Washington, Commanders,
3rd and 4.
let's go 49ers, rain.
Barlow with the ball.
Week 7 of the 2019 season. Actually, it was further back than I realized.
First timeout.
Dang.
Nice job by the D to not let him get far and force a 4th down. Great execution.
1:07 to go. Conway.
Final score of the game was 9-0. San Francisco did not score until the 3rd quarter. They actually threw the ball a bunch. Weird.
It's away.
Kick is up, and it is good with 1:04. San Francisco takes a 10-0 lead. I thought there was way more running in the game.
Here compensating for the weather. Watch this. Right.
61,000 people were there for some
You can
reason.
tell that he did that in the middle of a rainstorm. The 49ers make it a 2-score game. They are now up 10-0. Conway will kick this one away. This is a beauty. Cole.
Well,
catches
that
it,
wasn't
and he thinks better of
week
returning it
7.
and will down it.
Dan, this drive is a great opportunity for them to climb back into this game before halftime.
Ball on the 20. They line up in
That
the
answers that question. It was longer ago than I realized. What is time, by the way? I hand the ball off to Tomlinson, who makes a spin move and picks up 3. Seattle not really in any hurry.
7 yards to go.
Playoff line's kind of on the line here for the Seahawks, and they do not look like a team that has a winning record. San Francisco looks good so far, turning that turnover into points and driving for a field goal near the end of this first half. Seattle's barely got anything going offensively. Warner, he'll throw it, and it's incomplete. In and out of the hands of Jones.
In wet weather. It's hard to get a lot of air under the ball, and he ended up underthrowing it.
He'll retire and create Jones soda. I'm kidding. There is a new Jones soda out, though. I'm kind of excited to try it. It's in relation with the new Fallout series that's coming out. Warner, 10 touchdowns to 13 interceptions. Tomlinson's going to get the carry. They'll be short. 4th and 3 coming up. Oh my goodness. This Seahawks team is awful.
Well, they got some, but not much. Still short of the first down.
Chris Hansen's first punt was 35 yards. I think the worst part for Seattle is they got the ball first to start the game. So they're going to give this ball back to San Francisco at the start of the third quarter, and they're giving it back to them right now. So they can get a decent run back, which that was okay. They started the 43-yard line. They can get maybe another 10 points without Seattle touching the ball. Feels like a touchdown's maybe a little too much for the San Francisco offense. I don't know how built they are for fast-paced, big, explosive plays. Just kidding. They aren't interested in this at all. I think it was New England that ran like the most bizarre set of plays last week. We're going to go with 3, 2, 1. Snap the ball. And they ran it. They ran the ball. Okay. I don't know what that was. Don't really know why. Okay. Thanks for wasting everybody's time.
That will do it for the first half. The score, 10-0. Let's go to Clark Dishman in the ESPN studios for a halftime update.
Welcome to halftime. Let's break down the numbers.
Yikes.
The 49ers
I mean, just absolutely disgusting. 0 passing yards. Warner must be like 0 for 3, 0 for 2, 0 for 3 with a pick.
49 yards and 1 touchdown. He'll walk away with our ESPN hot at the half player.
Kevon Barlow has more yards after contact than Seattle's entire team does. Before contact, after contact, total. So San Francisco elects not to do anything with the ball there. I thought they would try to be a little more aggressive. They probably had 1, maybe 2 timeouts left. Try and drive it down the field a little bit. Vic has a good arm. So theoretically, you'd be able to get a chunk play, maybe 2.
Through the uprights. Give that kicker 3 points.
But instead, a couple of runs, run out the clock, and San Francisco gets the ball right back anyway. So Vic back on the field with the 49ers and a 10-point lead to start quarter number 3. Barlow tries to find some room and picks up 3.
That's number 4.
Took this one off his right guard and gets a few.
Second down. 7 yards to go.
It's second and about 7 yards.
Don't give him anything. What's the third and long? Force it. Hey, double check.
2nd and 7 for Barlow, who is met at the line and thrown backwards. They'll give him forward progress, which is still a loss of 1. 3rd down and 8. Big play for the Seattle defense. Force a 3 and out for the San Francisco 49ers. See if your offense can make some adjustments at halftime and get themselves into a bit of a rhythm. So San Francisco more than willing, it seems, to let you beat them with your quarterback. But they will not let you beat them with the run game. Vic dropping back. Fires, almost intercepted. Got to come up with that interception. He left that right there. I don't know what is going on with that background. For whatever reason, that green wall, the big old green wall on the sideline, tracks with the player. It's very odd. So Zastudel will come on for a punt. Good defensive stand by Seattle. They don't give up any points. It's a pretty short drive. We'll see a return. And a nice block there will get Seattle easily its best starting field position of the day. the 45-yard line of the San Francisco 49ers. First down and 10.
To see a first down today. Forget worrying about a score this drive. Just try and move the ball downfield.
Ball on the 45. Warner pays back. Throws.
Warner drops and fires. Oh, he's got a man. He leaps over a defender, and he's inside the 10-5, and it's a touchdown, Seattle. That is the play you're looking for. They talked to Kurt Warner. They said, hey, you're playing football. And he said, oh, okay. Gotcha. Throw it accurately.
Couldn't have done it any better.
Nureyev.
I know he's dead, but, you know, when he was alive.
What? Who was dead? I missed that piece of commentary. Just like that, Seattle's in this game.
Ryan will line up for the point after.
We'll go for the point after try here. Kick up, and kick is good. So, 10-7, one play, 45-yard pass.
The Seahawks cut into the lead, and the game can go anywhere from here. The score, 10-7.
8 seconds. That's all you need.
Ryan lines up for the kickoff.
That kick is away.
Zeraway.
From the goal line, he'll take it up to the 10 to the 20. And he'll get tackled around the 21-yard line or so. First down and 10.
Close game so far, and even though there's plenty of time left, they'd love this.
It's a close game. The game's been within reach for Seattle, but it feels like a dominant San Francisco 10-point lead. See if this defense can do it again. They got him off the field in 3 plays. They don't necessarily need a 3 and out, but they just can't. Don't want to give up any points here after striking so quickly.
Positive yardage on first down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now in the backfield. Watch for a run. Hey, double.
With a pitch to Barlow. That's a nice job by that Seattle defense. It's a great effort by Barlow to fight off the first tackle. Good job by Seattle to get a man there, recognize what they're doing, slow him down, let another guy get there. And everybody had a pretty nice play there, in my opinion.
Eyes open. Watch the pass.
They're going with 4 wideouts.
Third down and 8 inside the 25-yard line. Play action pass. Vic throws and finds a wide open receiver. You can't get him off the field on a 3rd and 8. Rod Smith coming up big.
He connects with his receiver with ease, Dan. He sees his man and then airs it out for the completion.
Yeah, they are in sync there, able to depend on each other as the play unfolds.
They actually look like Backstreet Boys to me.
I don't follow. Ball on the 34. Two wide
I thought
receivers
Luka
on the
was in
field.
theaters this week, but it turns out that's not until March 22nd. First down and 10. We're going to hand the ball to Barlow, who bowls a man over. Gets knocked down by the second guy that's there. It's an 8-yard gain and brings up 2nd down and 2.
Kevin Barlow shows some impressive power on this run. Watch this. Oh, excuse.
He had another broken tackle. He's broken several tackles, 3 or 4 throughout this game.
Fails you, it's good to have a backup plan.
Excited to look more in-depth at the standings, get the scores, and figure out where how everyone's looking through 13 weeks of action. We'll be doing that after this game is complete, so stick around for a couple minutes after that. I feel like I'm at a church service being like, hang out for just a couple minutes. We'll get you signed up for some more stuff. I'm like, okay. I don't know. I couldn't remember. I was like trying to dig into my church memory of like, what would you stay around after church for? Like fellowship, I guess. 3rd down and 2. Barlow with a run off the left side. That makes another man miss. And helps him get inside Seattle territory, and they're starting to wear this defense down.
Torpedoes the defense to get a few more yards on that play.
One more broken tackle. Just throw another broken tackle on the statistic line. Make that 9 or 10.
All on the 49. They're going with Dion. The 49.
Vic hands off to Barlow yet again. Barlow picks up 4 yards. And I think we'll end the 3rd quarter. San Francisco loves this offset I formation. And that will do it. Seattle didn't really do a whole lot in that quarter, but they picked up a touchdown. I think they had the ball for a total of like 8 seconds. San Francisco, hope you like watching their offense because they've been on the field for 11:35. 123 total yards. The passing yards looking a little better for Seattle, but it is just one play. And that's what the curiosity for me is. Can they do it again? Or are we kind of just looking at a flash in the pan sort of situation? Seattle accidentally scored a touchdown and made the game interesting, but the defense can't seem to get off the field. 2nd down and 6, yet again an offset I formation. Another broken tackle for Barlow, and he is off into the secondary and drugged down from behind. And Ron Smith is injured. It'll be 1st and 10 around the 25-yard line. Could be a big loss for this San Francisco offense if they lose him. He's been big in today's game, but Barlow has been 48 yards after the first hit. That's a half of his yards are after the first hit. Vic drops back, wide open receiver. Seattle's defense a little lucky that throw was low. It prevents them from any sort of yards after the catch. Instead tackled almost immediately. 2nd down and 3.
Ball at the 16-yard line.
Watch the play action. Watch the play action.
They line up in the eye. Barlow.
Handoff. Barlow again gets hit and falls forward. San Francisco knocking on the door of putting this game away.
They got some nice yards. More importantly, however, he moves the chains. Nice play.
The 49ers moving the ball well. 1st down.
Seattle needs a stop. San Francisco can get a 1st down about a half yard from the end zone. They're going to shift into... No, never mind. Works his way to the other side of the line. Thought he was going to shift himself into the offset I formation there for a second, as they're running into a bit of a clock management mode. I mean, that's how good Barlow has been today. He got hit 2 yards behind the line and still fell forward for a half-yard gain. They'll give him 2nd down and 9, but dang.
He's trying to work it out, and he's just waiting for the go-ahead from the doctor to go back in the game. But if you ask me, it may take a little longer than he thinks.
Thanks, Michelle. Ball on the 10. They're going with their tight end left. Barlow to get the ball again. Fights off a tackle.
Barlow with a big run. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
4 yards to go.
San Francisco already had 11 minutes of time of possession in this game before the quarter started, and they've milked half of this quarter down 3rd down and 4. Seattle has to get a stop now. They are letting San Francisco just go down the field. Last time they were in this position, they went with a run. Instead, it's a throw to the flat. He's into the end zone for a touchdown. San Francisco does exactly what Seattle wants to do, and they are calling the perfect plays to counter it. Last time they had a goal-to-go situation on a 3rd down, it was a stretch play to the right side. That time it's a throw to the same side. Both resulting in a touchdown for the 49ers. So 2:22 to go here in the 4th quarter. Seattle's going to be down 10.
It's up. He adds the extra point. The 49ers have extended their lead and make it a 2-score game. They're up 17-7.
It has a 6-minute, 4-second drive. Dang, that is such a clutch drive.
Great kick. Cole will
They'll take a knee deep in the end zone.
Well, it's coming down to the end, Dan, and if they don't score here, they can just kiss this one goodbye. Got to punch it into the end zone.
Ball at the 20-yard line. Warner drops back. Barely gets it off.
Man, we might have to take a peek at the stats here, because right now Warner is 1 for 6 for 45 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. That's a drop, which is pretty brutal at this stage of the game. They average 147 yards, 147.6 yards passing. They have 45. Warner drops back and fires, hit after a gain of 6. They will hurry to the line to try and get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. 3rd down and 4. Warner drops back, fires other side of the field. It's in and out of the hands of Howard, it looks like. And that is 4th down and 4.
They're going for the first down on 4th and 4.
I mean, they have to.
Johnson in motion. Warner on the gun.
Warner drops back from the shotgun, fires over the middle, wide open, up the middle of the field into San Francisco territory. And he is down to the 43-yard line. For some reason, I thought that was going to be like a fumble or something. I forgot the 2-minute warning needed to go off.
The Seahawks, after the big pass last play, will have a
3 for 7, 82 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Gross. And his 2 pass plays. What was the other caught ball?
Dan, the QB and his receiver need to make sure they're on the same page after that one.
I can't even remember. Warner throws in between a couple of defenders. They got the benefit of that deflection or interception animation that totally pulls the defender out of the way. I don't know if you'll be able to see it here on the replay, but it'll be number 24 as he jumps up and completely destroys the momentum that they're working with, and it makes it just such a weird thing.
The clock is at 1 minute 45 seconds.
3 receptions
They go with the
on the day for Ismael. 1st and 10. Warner drops back, fires, and it is caught inside the 20, down to the 16-yard line. Where has this Seahawks offense been all day? San Francisco could be playing a prevent defense, I guess, which kind of just prevents you from winning.
1 minute and 40 seconds on the game clock.
Warner on 2nd and 3 rolls out, fires. He has a wide open receiver who's in for the score. touchdown. Seahawks kind of seeing why they have a winning record at 7-4.
Quality end zone time, Dan.
Gross.
Watch here.
So earlier in the day, we had Arizona take it on Kansas City.
And he goes for it.
And Kansas City was down 7-9 or whatever it was.
Yeah, waiting for his body to catch up was just
And you look at it and you go, okay, well, you could kick the field goal, kick the ball deep, try to get a stop, play the field position game. If you're Seattle, I think you have to go for the onside kick. I doubt you're going to be able to get it, but it feels more likely that you would be able to get an onside kick rather than stop this team. Because you just have not been able to do it. They're going to run it with Kevon Barlow over and over and over again. And you have shown little to no signs of stopping that ball. The kick is away. I like that they're playing the deep game. There's no reason to go. I mean, the reason would be is that your defense can't stop this offense. I think that's the argument that you have.
And the most important drive of the game here. If they get a first down and control the clock, hey, they could walk away with this one.
Ball at the 24-yard line.
Going with a pitch to Barlow. Seattle's got to know that's all they're going to do. Take a timeout quickly.
The Seahawks will take a timeout. That's their second.
Oh, that's their second. When do they take a timeout?
It's 2nd and 11.
Oh, no. I thought Seattle was in a better position. It's a 47-second difference. It's the 40 seconds on the game or the play clock, plus the extra time that runs between the end of the third down play and the beginning of the fourth down. Like beginning of when the clock would start. And it's like 7 seconds. So they would get it with 33, plus the hang time is going to be like 26. San Francisco, though, could end it right here. First down. They're going to go with a run for Vic. Vic will be 3 yards short. So there it goes. 30 seconds. 25? You're looking at 20, probably.
Toodle comes in to punt after a 3-and-out.
So the kick is away at 31. 27. 23. 24. Okay, I was right there. Is it 7? It's like 7 seconds. End of play before the start of the game clock or the play clock. Dang.
Hey, it's crunch time, fellas.
24 seconds on the game clock.
So they're on their own 38-yard line. Not terrible field position. They need 30 yards. 35. I don't know that that's going to do it. You got to get out of bounds. He does. It's a pickup of 9. I think you just can't have anything over the middle. It's all sidelines.
On the game clock.
Ooh, I don't think you can have that over the middle. You gotta go. You gotta go. Oh, the game might screw Seattle here. Oh my goodness. Oh. Why aren't they allowing them to? Why aren't they doing the hurry up offense?
Very good coverage, Peter. Let me ask you, how hard is it to defend against the pass like that?
They're in the huddle. Oh, they're going to go for the field goal from here? What is happening? Go. They got it. The kick is up. And it is No good.
Ball falls shy of the crossbar. There's the whistle, and that's the end of the game.
The hell did they kick that
It's been
from?
a squeaker. 17-14.
They kicked that for, that was what? That was a
Peter O'Keefe, Michelle Westfall,
57-yard
and myself, Dan
field goal?
Stevens. It was a real pleasure bringing you today's game. We'll see you next time for more NFL action on ESPN.
I can't believe they even got it
Now, let's
off.
go to the post-game wrap-up.
That's
Thanks for
wild.
joining us here on the ESPN postgame show. I'm Clark
Seattle
Wilson.
made it close,
The
but look at the
49ers
time of
come away with a
possession.
close 3-point win over
Look
the
at that
Seahawks.
time of
They now
possession.
move to 9-3 on the year. The
15
49ers
minutes.
consumed a
3
ton of
quarters
clock
of the
today,
game,
as
San
you can
Francisco
see.
had the
Their
ball.
time of possession statistic is
Seattle's
exactly what you
defense
hope for
was
at the end of the game.
atrocious
Kevin
today.
Barlow sprinted for a
Of
total
course,
108
Kevon Barlow
yards
is
and 1
your
touchdown. He
player
will
of the
get
game.
our
100
ESPN
yards,
player of the
108
game.
yards on
Thanks for tuning
28
into
carries,
today's post-game
50 after the
report.
first
Be sure
hit.
to catch the weekly
No
wrap-up for
fumbles, a
review of all the
touchdown,
scores, highlights,
excellent
and
play
game
calling
news.
throughout the game
This is
for
Clark
him
Dishman.
from San
We'll see you
Francisco.
next time.
And I think the biggest problem here, he ended up 8 for 13 for 147. So they accidentally figured out their, they accidentally ended up near their average. But, like, goodness gracious. You can't take until the fourth quarter to do that. All right, so week 13 is completely simmed. I'm just going to go ahead and pop a save here real quick. I got to try and keep an eye on, like, games to take a look at. That could be pretty damaging to Seattle's playoff hopes. So we'll have to look at the Rams game. But if Seattle and St. Louis both lose, that increases the number of teams fighting for that final playoff spot. It's going to do wonders for the San Francisco 49ers, who will stay step for step with the Arizona Cardinals. But let's take a look at it, see if there's anything off the top of the head that jumps out. Maybe this Browns Jaguars, 49ers Cowboys, no. Rams Chiefs, Lions Cardinals, Steelers Ravens, Eagles Seahawks, Broncos Jets, Raiders Chargers. I don't understand how I have such bad luck with who is playing who. Patriots Titans could be interesting, but that's week 15. '49ers Cardinals, and again that's week 16 though. Oh my goodness. Some of the most competitive stuff is happening in the division, and there's just no divisional matchups. Oh, that is awful. That is awful. All right, the Lions pick up a victory over the Patriots. That could prove to be an interesting wrinkle in things. 24-19 your score there. Cowboys beat Washington, or fall at home to Washington. Ooh, pardon me. 21-16 your final there. Cardinals over the Chiefs 19-7. Falcons over the Vikings 19-3. Bengals crush the Ravens 23-7. Browns take out the Panthers 20-10. The Bears beat the Packers 17-10. Bills all over the Dolphins 27-9. That's an interesting result considering what happened above with the Patriots and the Lions. You don't want to see the Patriots leave the door open for anybody. The Bills would need a lot of help down the stretch, but crack that door open and see what happens. Jaguars beat the Steelers by 2 touchdowns, 35-21. Titans win on a game-winning field goal, 9-7. Broncos beat the Chargers by 5, 17-12. Texans fall to the Colts 15-10, odd score there. Seahawks fall in the final. Well, they got. Yeah. Why? You can't throw anything over the middle, and then if you do, you have to hit the hurry-up offense. You can't get a 58-yard field goal. Come on. 17-14 your final from San Francisco. The Rams fall in Philadelphia. That's good news for the Seahawks. Same margin, 3 points, just 19-16 the score there. Saints and Bucks. Saints double them up, 26-13. And last but not least, the Jets take out the Raiders, 20-13. That, coupled with the Thursday loss to the Lions, has the Jets, the New York Jets, Jets, in first place in the AFC East. So let's take a look at the AFC standings. The Browns are atop the AFC North at 9-3. The Bengals are 7-5. Steelers 5-7, Ravens 3-9, 9-7-5-3. Interesting. The Jaguars are the first team in the AFC to hit double-digit wins. They are 10-2. The Colts just behind them at 8-3. The Titans just behind them at 8-4. I think I said 8-3, 9-3, 10-2, 9-3, 8-4. There you go. The Texans round out the South with a miserable 3-9 record. In the East, the Jets lead at 8-4. The Patriots are 7-5. The Bills are 5-7, and the Dolphins are 4-8. The Broncos and Chiefs are tied for first place in the AFC West with a losing record of 5-7. The Chargers and Raiders somehow are still in it. They're 3-9. I hate the AFC West. I hate it. Moving over to the NFC, the Bears are on top of the NFC North at 9-3. 6-6, Lions and Vikings. The Packers are 3-9, and just one of the most awful teams I think we've ever seen. The Falcons lead the NFC South at 9-3. The Buccaneers and Panthers are 5-7. The Falcons should have the South wrapped up 14, 15, 16, 17, or they'd be able to wrap it up this next week with a win because nobody else would be able to catch them. So 9-3 are the Falcons, 5-7 for the Bucs and Panthers, 3-9 for the lowly Saints. The NFC East has the Giants atop at 7-5, but Washington's creeping in there at 6-6. Big loss by the Giants today. The Eagles are 4-8. The Cowboys are 3-9. The NFC West continues to be cluttered. Cardinals and 49ers atop at 9-3. The Rams and Seahawks both took big losses and fall to 7-5. If the playoffs start right now, it would be Bears, Falcons, Giants, Niners, Cardinals, and then either the Seahawks or the Rams. It's just listed alphabetically. I don't know who has what tiebreaker where. So you'd have 3 NFC West teams and nobody else. The Lions, Vikings, Washington, still alive for wild card spots, but they obviously need some help. The AFC side of things, Jaguars, Browns, Jets, Broncos or Chiefs, whoever, and then the Colts and Texans in pretty good position with 9 wins and 8 wins, and no ties or anything. So the Bengals are going to need some help. They're going to have to try and catch up to the Titans, get them to lose a game or two. The Patriots are in the same boat. They would need help from the Bengals and the Titans. And then the AFC West, you're only going to be able to get in if you win the division, but none of you deserve to be in. And if I could take away your automatic bid to the playoffs, I would. So there you go. There is week number 13 in the books for you. We continue to struggle to find good and interesting games, but we're able to find some. It's just a little rough when the good teams are playing bad teams, and we have a lot of interesting divisional matchups that we just don't have. So I'll have to take a look and kind of see where things are. Where the results today kind of shift things around a little bit. Maybe we keep an eye on some wild card teams that might need some help. The biggest problem with this game is that you have to play the games in order. Some of the other games, I want to say it's Madden. Madden, you can watch games in whatever order. So you could kind of set it up to be like, okay, we're going to look at this game, and if X team wins, then we can take a look at that game because that dictates this. And you can kind of twist things around a little bit to make a thread of interesting ideas or concepts or whatever. These older games, especially ESPN, don't offer that. So that is a little tricky. So yeah, I guess I'll just have to be careful with what games I'm able, or what games I choose to pick. So thank you all so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed. It was a good set of football games again this week here inside of Random Rosters. Subscribe right over here where the gameplay is. You'll be notified when I post new videos. You can hit the bell if you'd like to be notified notified. Otherwise, I'll just be in your subscription tab. Watch more Random Rosters over here. Watch some spring training baseball. All kinds of sports happening. Thanks for watching. Good sports. Good nights. Goodbye.